Hello Steve. Hello Jill. It's time to game classy.
Okay, now we're recording.
We lost a lot of quality content there.
Yeah, it was just you talking about Gauntlet.
It wasn't just Gauntlet. It was you talking about a bunch of crap, too.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Consider yourself defeated by yourself.
I just got bolt action.
you got bolt actioned. Bolt action. I'm gonna go play bolt action in Northampton.
Okay, so let's recap briefly what we talked about.
Dicks, balls.
And more dicks. I think you missed dicks there somewhere.
Shit.
Okay, so to recap really quickly, Steve thinks that Gauntlet, the new Gauntlet, looks like poop. Mm-hmm. Dragon Slayer is it Dragon Slayer or Dragon's Lair? Okay,
yes.
Good. Stupid portmanteau.
Also Space Ace.
And Space Ace is great, too. Any of those Down Bluth games. Mm-hmm. They're incredibly hard. They're the original Dark Souls. Because it's like, there's no...
You died.
You died.
Nah.
There's a lot of titties in that game, too.
Yeah.
Big Don Bluth animated titties.
Now we're talking. Don Bluth's a huge perv.
Yeah. And I don't like mashups anymore, mashup shirts, because I think that people... it's just an excuse for people to say I like two things, but I don't have time to show you that I like both. I have to mash them up together.
Yes, the mashup shirts.
Yes, because Doctor Who and Mega Man need to be put together so that I can tell that you like Doctor Who and Mega Man.
Yeah, which nobody should like Doctor Who, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't think Mega Man's that great of a game to begin with either. So.
Nah. Yeah. I mean, it's old.
It's
it's old.
It was great for its time. I beat Mega Man 2 and 3. Never beat Mega Man 1, but.
Mega Man 1's the easiest.
Yeah, I never had it. I never played it. I played Mega Man. I had Mega Man 2 and 3.
Yeah, Mega Man 1 was super hard, but if you played 2 and 3 first, then you played
Mega Man 1,
you're like, what?
Gutsman. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's fucking...
The only thing hard in it is, Wily's Castle, some parts there.
Yeah. And Steve's farting, and... Yeah, but what I did like about is that at least the games that they did have, any of the, skill-based game, and not skill-based, but the the shooters or any of the flying,
Operation Wolf.
Yeah, Operation Wolf or Revolution X. We're talking about the Gaming Ghost. Me and Pat.
The Galloping Ghost.
Yeah, the Galloping Ghost.
The Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Yeah, they didn't have that one there.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do. I didn't see it.
Got it. It's hiding somewhere.
Oh, I think you know what? I think I did see it.
That game's shit.
Or I smell the shit that's literally coming out of your ass right now.
Yeah.
The Star Wars arcade game.
Breathe it in.
Any of the flyers. All of the joysticks were calibrated. All the guns were calibrated properly. That's a sign of a good arcade. Mm-hmm. As a man who worked in an arcade for 4 years, I could tell you the sign of a good arcade is whether or not the joysticks are calibrated.
Did you play some Discs of Tron?
No, I did not play Discs of Tron.
That game's a fucking jam.
That game's the jam.
So good.
I played Burger Time a lot.
Oh, yeah, Burger Time. I fucking love Burger Time.
Burger Time is one of my original... Burger Time, Pac-Man... Oh, Miss Pac-Man, not Pac-Man. Pac-Man blows. Miss Pac-Man is good. And Galaga are my three... Those are my three go-to games for playing back in the day. And I would love any of those games to have. Especially Burger Time. I love Burger Time. Oh, Frogger, too. Can't forget Frogger.
Dude, Burger Time's the best. You're fucking little chef. You're making burgers. It's awesome.
Except in the second stage, it's got that weird yellow patty that doesn't make any sense of what it is.
I thought that was cheese.
But there's no burger.
Oh, chicken.
It could be. I think it's
got to be a chicken patty.
I think it's Japanese, so it's probably something weird like pineapple.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
And they get the egg on there, the fried egg.
Yeah. I always thought it was... No, you know what? I always wondered about Burger Time is the fact that you do get chased by a fried egg.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy who invented the concept of the fried egg on the burger was playing Burger Time in the 70s and 80s and go, and getting chased by an egg? What? This doesn't have anything to fucking do with burgers. And then he's sitting there and goes, wait a second. What if I put the fried egg on the burger? And he tried it, and he's like, this is delicious! Burger Time is a prophet of our age!
He starts worshiping Burger Time. He's got a cult. They all have little chef topes, and it's like, oh. The ritual of sacrifice. They all throw pepper on you. You're like, pepper.
Who thought this was a good idea for a sacrament? But yes, it was. That's got to be the answer.
Burger Time's good. The answer is burger time.
The answer is burger
I
time.
love burger time. I got a sweet burger time T-shirt.
Do you know? Is it a mashup? Is it like
No.
Burger Time mashed up with like
No,
Game of Thrones, where like Jon Snow is getting chased by like giant sausages?
A, I would wear that.
I know you would.
B, it is not. It's it looks like a clock. It's got the burger guy. His arms are like the hands of the clock, and then there's two angry looking hot dogs on it. Because what time is it? Burger time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I get your references.
Yeah.
But I think
Now I want a fucking Game of Thrones burger time mashup.
with Sam, no, it would be Samwell Tarly getting chased by the sausages, and maybe a fried egg,
Yes.
or something like
Yes.
that. You know, or the fried egg is a White Walker.
Simply the best. Better than all the rest.
I don't know if you've been noticing the comments lately, but people have been yelling at us to stop singing.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think it's just one guy.
It's not happening.
I think it's just one guy.
Is it just one guy? He just
think
has
so.
multiple usernames.
Maybe. I don't know. They should they should let their voices be heard, and they should just go on the Facebook and just in solidarity going together.
Yeah, but it's not going to stop us.
No.
No.
It's fucking impossible.
No.
Nah.
Simply the best.
No, it's like, yeah.
All right, so let's.
You can take my life, but you can never take my singing.
Take my learn, take my.
Oh man, the Firefly theme song, you had to go there. So bad.
It's like one of the worst. It's the reason that show got canceled.
It
by
might
the
be
way.
the definitive worst theme song.
I don't know. Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise.
There's no lyrics.
No. There is. It's terrible. Hold on.
What?
Let's let.
I was thinking Next Generation.
No, that's one of the best theme songs of all time.
Yeah, I was like, that song's so good. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
It's actually the theme from. It's actually the theme from
So Star Trek Enterprise has lyrics?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well, that's a horrible idea. There was never any lyrics in any other Star Trek show. Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Getting from there to here, it's been a
Really?
long time,
Yeah, that's the theme from Enterprise.
but my time is finally near.
No, you're shitting me.
I will see my dreams
You're fucking around.
No.
I will touch the sky.
I hope you guys can hear this.
I can hear it, so
Okay.
most likely.
No more. No, they're not gonna change my
My mind, 'cause I've got faith of the heart.
Turn this off. This is awful.
Well, my heart will take me.
I'm leaving.
I've got
I'm done.
faith
I'm out.
to believe.
Done. Classy's over.
Classy.
I'm
out.
going outside. I'm gonna hang myself from the first tree I can find.
Yeah.
No wonder that show got canceled. No wonder Star Trek's been off the air for years, because they did that.
I know. And actually, in reality, I really liked Enterprise. The last season of Enterprise is really good. They hit their stride in the fourth season, and then they got canned.
Now they shit in your mouth with that theme song.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Although I think that theme song's still better than the Firefly. Firefly's fucking awful.
No, Firefly is great. The theme is awful.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, you
Except
said Firefly's...
for the part where it's like, you can't take the sky from me. Like, that part's fine. That only line. Right, so if the entire theme was just like some dude like jamming out on a guitar and he just goes like, you can't take the sky from me. And that was it. That's it.
Some guy with no teeth and a big
Oh,
scraggly beard
oh,
and
yeah.
maybe a straw hat.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into some gaming
And then
stuff.
the terrorists win.
Let's get into some gaming stuff because Dungeons & Dragons 5th Ed or is it Dungeons & Dragons 5th Ed officially yet, or is it still Dungeons & Dragons
They're calling
Next?
it Dungeons & Dragons Next.
Okay.
But I mean, everyone's just fucking calling it.
Why are they
Dungeons &
doing
Dragons
that?
5th Edition. What?
Dungeons & Dragons Next. Why can't they call it 5th Ed?
I don't know, dude.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense to... It's... Because what happens for 6th
Dungeons
edition...
and Dragons 4th Edition was technically not ever actually called Dungeons and Dragons 4th Edition. It was
just
called Dungeons and Dragons.
I know. But,
So-
I mean...
Did anyone ever call it Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, people
No,
call
people call it
Dungeons-
4th Ed.
Well, people call it Dungeons & Dragons. Like morons call it Dungeons &
No,
Dragons.
just 4th Ed. People
That's
call it
not
4th
Dungeons
Ed.
and Dragons. That's World of Warcraft, the RPG.
They didn't call it Dungeons and Dragons. They just called it 4th Ed.
Okay. It wasn't actually Dungeons and Dragons.
No, it was pooping and pooping and
Pooping and pooping.
Pooping
But what
and
happens?
pooping
What
and
happens after 6 for Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and pooping.
After 6th edition.
Hmm?
What do you do after 6th? When you get to 6th edition?
7E.
No, but I mean,
No. You just do 7E. When you're on 6th edition, you produce your books and you put 70.
Why?
Because it's exactly.
Just fuck with people?
Yeah, you just do 70 people are like, fuck, I missed an edition.
I missed an edition. I gotta buy these books. No, but I mean, like, after do you call it, like, next? What comes after next? Next literally means
Well,
after.
I mean, again, on the books, it's just, I believe it's just going to say Dungeons and Dragons again. It's not going to. I think they kind of got past the, like, putting the number on the books.
I have no idea about anything that's in Dungeons and Dragons next. A lot of people are positive. I know you got some news on it.
Yeah, it's kind of like pants jizzingly good.
And but the funny thing is like, it looks so pretty.
The artwork? Yeah.
Everything about it looks pretty.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like looking at it and I'm like, fuck, that looks pretty. Like, it looks like second edition pretty.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
Simply the best!
Yeah, like, when I was looking at the books online, I was like, ooh, I must have that. I mean, like, because that was
be mine.
one of my problems with 4th edition is it looked like something out of the 2000s, very sterile and, like really poorly graphically designed. Like most stuff from the early 2000s looked. It was just like, did you design this on your Apple computer and, you know, to make it look as generic as possible? Like, you give it some flair. Like, at least this new edition.
Yeah, you could have put 2 extra books in it. One could have just been pictures. The other one could have been like a catalog.
People would have ate that shit up and
Yeah.
put 6 Titans on the table. Oh, wait. Oh, we're going to talk about that a little later. But the art and the books look like straight out of 2E, 2nd edition. It looks like the AD&D 1st edition, not AD&D 2nd edition. The first run of AD&D where
The thing generally that was called 2nd edition.
No. 2nd edition. No, I'm talking AD&D, not AD&D 2nd.
Oh, so advanced Dungeons and Dragons with hit matrices.
I won Dungeons and Dragons, and it was advanced.
Yes.
No, but it's the one with the hit matrices but the whole cover is the artwork. There's no like border around it that says like Dungeons and Dragons, and then the like border of taupe with like lime green lines on it. No, it looks really cool. Like, going back old school, really hitting that nostalgia factor right in the balls.
Yeah, well, they basically took this is the D&D. This is the D&D that you've only had in your most feverish dreams.
All right, so what did you play it or did you just look at it?
A little bit of A,
A little bit of column B,
a little bit of B. So basically, it's all-star.
and a lot of D, straight up D.
Well, there's a lot of D and even more D.
Steve, you want the D?
I want the D and D.
Oh. I think I got my deep drive out.
It's Dungeons and Dragons All-Star, basically.
All stars.
They took all the best stuff from every edition and mushed it together.
So a lot of kobolds.
Oh, not monsters. The monsters manual is pretty ridiculous, but no, it's like so the abilities, the way they worked in 4th edition.
Yeah.
You know, where everyone has like all this crap and
Where you have to have a stack of cards, like a pile high.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
But not for a wizard.
Oh, so they kept that for wizards.
Get more or less. Like it doesn't look the same, and not
Any
things
sort
aren't-
of spellcast, probably like wizards, priests.
Yeah, they just
things like that.
they basically designed the wizard spell list to reflect having a character that can do something every turn.
Yeah.
So like your cantrips would be your at-wills, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And you can cast those repeatedly. Then you have your level 1s, which are essentially encounter powers.
Ooh.
You know, but they're not. Nothing is called it. So wizards can always do something.
Okay.
They always have an offensive or like utility option that they can do with the cantrip. It works. Man,
I cast dazzling lights.
My spells were not powerful enough to save you, Shogun. I'm sorry. Freezing ray.
I cast communicate with dolphins.
there are no dolphins. What are you doing?
There are dolphins hidden under the ground. Ground dolphins.
Oh no, sweet
I will free them with my katana blade.
sweet sand dolphins. That would be sand dolphins.
Sand dolphins. So, God damn it. So next month, the starter set's coming out.
Yeah.
$20 starter set.
Box.
Contains everything you need to play. It's got a little DM guide. It's got a little player's manual. pre-gen characters for 2 to 6 people.
Will there be a halfling?
Probably.
Yes!
I mean, halflings are pretty standard in D&D.
Gwildor the halfling will make his return. Mm-hmm. I have the cosmic key.
It's like as the session starts, it's like, and 3 bugbears attack you. They all ignore everyone except for the halfling.
No! Curses!
And they pummel the halfling with clubs until he's been reduced to nothing but a fine jelly, which then they proceed to defecate upon.
Oh.
And they take his stuff.
Oh.
Would you like to roll a new character? Okay, I guess I'll just make a new halfling. You got it.
I think they should bury him with all of his treasures in gold, said no D&D party ever. By the way,
There's no treasures in gold left. They beat it all into the puddle of goo.
Wait. Spoilers if you haven't watched Game of Thrones. How come Oberon didn't coup de grace?
Yeah, right. That's what. That was the thing. I saw that on the. I saw that. That's what we tweeted. Like, what an idiot! If you have your opponent prone and helpless, your next words are "I coup de grace."
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I was laughing so hard when I was watching. I was giggling like a little schoolgirl.
I mean, it was awesome. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, we're still.
I'm a gorehound, so.
Well, yeah, but for me, it's more of.
Yeah, spoilers. We already kind of just spoiled it. Spoilers.
I said spoilers ahead of time.
But hurt.
Yeah. So, but I mean, come on. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, you should have at least downloaded it and watched it.
Yeah, you should have seen it by now.
Yeah. But the the best was, I hate Boba Fett characters. I hate characters that are cool and mysterious that people like for no reason. Like, I mean,
Oberon was definitely a character.
It's not necessarily they.
If
like
you're trying to say Oberon's Boba Fett, you're wrong.
No, Oberon is totally Boba Fett, and here's my reason why.
He's not. He's not at all.
No. Here's my reason why. Just listen to me, and you could disagree with me however you want. Oberyn is Boba Fett because Oberyn shows up and people are all like, ooh, who's this sexy new character? And he acts all badass. And he actually is kind of badass. Like, Boba Fett's got his jetpack, he's got his guns and everything like that. Oberyn comes out, like, when he challenges everyone, he pulls out his spear, he defeats the mountain, but somehow still goes out like a bitch. And people like him and even though he still goes out like a bitch, people still like him.
I would hardly say I was going out like a bitch.
Dude,
he killed the most overpowered character in the show. Even though he died,
he killed the most overpowered character. I like how you're reducing it to like a gaming term.
Yeah,
he's overpowered, dude.
He is. So he killed the most.
He's only 250 points, and you could field him in a platoon level game.
He's won every single game they've gone before. It's like Tywin's like, oh, I win again. The mountain's super balanced, right?
I play the mountain. God damn it!
Yeah, it's like it's you.
God damn it!
He's a flame tank.
He's like, God damn it, Lyson! Why do you keep playing?
My guys are fucking taking panic tests because he brought the stupid fucking mountain again
every time. He's banned in every fucking tournament. What makes you think he's okay to play in friendly games?
So one, he didn't go out like a bitch because he defeated the most overpowered character.
Well, he technically didn't defeat him. I mean, he stabbed him a bunch of times.
The guy's dead.
Is he?
Yeah,
he's dead.
Him.
He's up and about.
He's not up and about.
He's up and about. Now jam his thumbs into the dude's eye.
That is not up and about. He basically, like, in his death throes, he like, I kill you first, and then died. So anyway,
as a person who read the books, I'm going to say maybe
Boba Fett is a non-character.
He's a non-character
because all Boba Fett has is. He has like 11 seconds of camera time just standing there.
Yeah, but everyone loves him. Why does everyone love him for that 11 seconds?
Okay, people like Boba Fett because he looks really cool.
Yeah,
but
so
that's
does
it.
Oberyn. Oberyn's sexy cool.
But Oberyn has personality. He's a character.
Yeah.
You know, he reacts to things. He talks. He has fucking dialogue.
He means a lot to me. He means nothing to me, Dad.
Yeah. Okay, so Boba Fett's the entirety of Boba Fett's lines are.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, he fucking says nothing. He says like one word to Vader, and it's like, okay, no disintegrations.
I think his
fucking awful. But anyway, so Oberyn's awesome. He's in a bunch of episodes. Like, and the other thing too is, you know, unbeknownst, like if you don't know what's gonna happen, you might just think Oberyn's gonna be another character.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is like. The difference is between a TV show and a movie. I mean, in what I'm saying is that it's the same sort of thing. It's like people really love him, even though he
was fucking cool.
He goes out like a bitch.
No way.
He goes out like a bitch.
No way.
His hubris in the eyes of Tywin Lannister.
Go out like a bitch.
Hubris, Steve. It'll get you every time.
No, man, it was his rage.
It was his rage. It was his hubris, thinking that he could be better than Tywin Lannister.
Thinking that no, he wasn't fighting Tywin Lannister.
Oh yes, he was. It was by proxy.
Nah,
Because the whole point was that he wanted the Mountain to confess that he raped Elia on the orders of Tywin Lannister. Like, he could have went there and killed the Mountain at any time, but what he wanted to do was, in public, get the Mountain to confess that he did it under Tywin's orders. Because he wants Tywin to be held accountable for his sister's
that
death.
doesn't work that way.
Well, I'm just saying that was the way
He also
it
wasn't
happened.
trying to get him to confess. He wasn't trying to get him to implicate Tywin. He was just trying to say his shit.
Yeah, but I mean...
Which he did after he punched his teeth out.
Yeah, but I mean, he wanted to get Tywin Lannister, make Tywin Lannister responsible. That was his whole point in coming to the King's Landing. Stare down.
I'm unimpressed.
Okay, but I'm just saying that's the reason.
Unimpressed.
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 Unacceptable.
Defeated the most overpowered character. Gone. Yeah, he's fucking dead. Like,
Yeah.
there's no fucking way he's coming back.
Dorne sacrificed their epic character in
Hey,
order.
this is fucking Game of Thrones. Mountain, not going back. He's done.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's done. Even if he's still alive somehow, he's gonna be in a fucking, like, bed for forever.
Comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so let's get back to D&D. I don't remember what we were talking about with D&D.
I don't remember.
We were talking about the feats and stuff.
I've got a
like
Game of Thrones boner.
Yes. But we can't talk about Game of Thrones right now because
watch
neither of
more
us
Game
play
of
the
Thrones.
RPG, CCG, or
Or the board game.
or paint any of the Dark Sword miniatures. I play the board game, but not like where I'm going to sit there and talk about it all the time. Like, and then the
And push
wild
little horsies.
and then the
Give the
wildlings
little horsey
attacked.
tokens.
Yes. And then the wildlings attacked.
Oh no, you play the
I play both.
you play
Battles
the-
of Westeros.
Yeah, that's the one.
And Game of Thrones, the board game.
Colors and Command or whatever.
Command and Colors. All right, so D&D. We were talking about the feats and things like that for the wizard characters.
Oh no, I was talking about the differences, the All-Star thing.
Yeah, the All-Star.
But whatever, that's not. Without getting into any sort of meatiness, the starter set's coming out.
Yes, that's what we were talking about. Oh,
Next
because
month.
we got into the halfling character getting
Yes.
beat to a pulp, and that's what reminded me about Overrated.
Yes. So the starter set's coming out. There's enough for running your characters from level 1 to 5.
Okay.
There's a pre-done adventure. Dice, then that's all that
They're
stuff.
doing the dragon thing, right? Isn't that like the first adventure?
Tyranny of Dragons is the first
Tyranny of Dragons.
overarching campaign.
Is that like just in their own little world? It's not like Forgotten Realms or anything, right?
I believe Tyranny. I think it's in a new world. I'm not sure.
It's not Dragon
It's
Lance.
not. It's not Forgotten Realms, and it's not Greyhawk. I know that.
It's not Dragon
But
Lance.
interestingly enough, the players book PHP, in a bunch of its descriptions,
No,
they just bounce from world to world.
really.
So like one of them's they're describing a fight outside of Castle Ravenloft, and then another one they're describing something happening in Greyhawk and Forgotten Realms because they're really trying to push the multiverse thing for D&D, which is good.
So it's taking place in Planescape, is what you're saying.
No. It's not the. It's not a narrative in the
okay.
player's handbook. I'm just saying for a bunch of their examples, they use different.
Wouldn't it be like really funky if
worlds.
like for fifth ed they decided that the one that they're gonna really push is Birthright? It's just like what? Why?
No, that wouldn't be funny. That would be a horrible idea. So then the month after, you're gonna have the player's handbook and the first adventure book, the
Yeah.
Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Yes.
Then after that, you're gonna about 6 weeks after that, you're gonna have the monster manual.
Yeah.
And then about 6 weeks after that release, you're going to have the
Dungeon Master's
Dungeon
Guide?
Master's Guide. Biggest difference between this edition and the other ones. Half the rules are not in the player's handbook, with the other half being in the DM's guide.
Which makes sense. I
You
mean,
get all of the rules in the player's handbook.
Oh,
so
really?
you can play D&D with just the player's handbook.
oh really?
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
The monster manual obviously is monsters, so like
Bugbears,
they
gelatinous
say-
cubes.
Yeah, they say the monster manual is optional, but everyone knows that it's not really optional.
Rust.
Unless you want to make up every single monster, which I guess you could.
Yeah. Owlbears.
Owlbears. Bugbears are fucking versers, apparently, in this one. They made them, like, real nasty. They juiced a lot of the monsters because they're like, we're going to make bugbears the toughest enemy you're gonna fight at level 1. Like pretty much. I was like, all right.
What's the rust monster?
Oh, the rust monster. It's garbage. Fuck the rust monster.
It's garbage.
I love the rust monster.
Beholders.
Yeah, beholders. And then
With their anus.
the little butthole, the
Little
sphincter
butthole,
on the
yeah.
Reaper model. I love it. I love it. The DM's guide is gonna have shit tons of magic items, and then like world building guides and like running campaign guides and that kind of stuff. So like there's gonna be some meaty content in there, but it's no longer
content.
It's no longer like, oh, you have to buy all these books, which is sweet because they're all coming out 6 weeks apart. So $50 price tag on all the books. You don't have to go.
Well, it's not every book. It's just the 3 big ones are $50, right? The adventure manual is not going to be.
Oh yeah,
50.
no. The adventure book is probably gonna be $20 soft cover or $15 soft cover, whatever. And then the starter set's $20. The main hardcovers are $50 each.
Because I think I'm gonna.
Which is nice because you don't have to walk up to the store when it comes out and go like, here's my $150. I'll take all the books, please.
I will take all of the books. I mean, 4th ed wasn't too bad. I think it was $70. I got all 3 books.
I mean that's a deal because it should have been. They're all 35.
Yeah, I mean, I got it like in a box set off
bundle
Amazon. Yeah.
on Amazon. Yeah, that's another thing too. They talked about how Amazon was one of the reasons that 4th edition got killed.
You think?
Yeah, because Amazon and Barnes & Noble, because they bought so much of it.
Oh, that they were kept.
They just blew it out. So the game stores and like the smaller mom and pop locations had nothing that people wanted to buy. Because like they're like, hey, I got all the new. Like I talked one of my customers. He's like, fucking D&D. You shitting me? And I was like, no. Here's why. And he's like, oh yeah, because when he had his D&D 4th edition stuff, he's like he brought in a bunch of it, and all his customers were like, oh, I already got it off Amazon for like $60.
Yeah. So are they doing it through Amazon again, or?
Well, they're just doing it as single books, and it's not going to be. It'll be what they actually did. Wizards has a policy now that helps out the
Local gaming stores.
yeah the FLGS, if you will.
I fucking hate when they put F in front of it. Because
Fucking local game store.
who the fuck are you to tell me my local game store is friendly? I don't want my local game store to be friendly.
What? I just said
want
it's a fucking local game store.
I want them to be surly and angry about games.
Well, it's not my fault that you think that the F is fucking friendly, okay? So that sounds like a personal problem.
Fucking local game store.
Yeah, it's the fucking local game store. And you can say like fucking local game store, they're the Newman of your life.
Newman.
Fucking local game store. Right, so,
I love my local game stores. I go there quite often.
I would love it. I would love the game store that opened up that would be within 5 to 10 minutes of my house.
Well, that's because you can't.
No matter what it is, that would be the best. I hate the fact that every fucking game store is like a half hour or more away.
Oh, mine's real close. My local game store is like literally a 5-minute drive from me.
I would love that if they were same. You know, they could be the worst game store ever. I'd still love them because they're 5 minutes away.
Yeah. So hear that if you want.
Simply the best.
If you want to open up a game store in Wheaton, Illinois, that's really close to
Wheaton.
Or
In Will Wheaton, Illinois?
Will Wheaton, Illinois.
Yes, Will Wheaton, Illinois.
Yeah, but so would they help out the local gaming stores, fucking local game stores?
Yeah, so 2 weeks, they have a 2-week advance where the game stores get the books first. And then your big places get it. So that's been going on for a while, but by the time they implemented it with 4th edition, it was too little too late.
Too little too late.
So this will be right off the bat, guns blazing. Here's how it's done.
I like that. And then, of course,
And as far as the rules go, like it's fucking boner jams. Like I'm super excited. I can't wait.
you're gonna run a little small campaign for when the box set comes out.
I will run the box set. Yeah.
I want to be in on that one. So make sure that I am in contact so that I can run the box set and play Gwildor with my halfling.
No, you have to play the pre-gen characters.
Hambone the halfling. That's the pre-generated character. Hambone.
If you can find Hambone the halfling in the little stack of characters, you're more than welcome to play him.
Cornbread the halfling.
Oh, you'll like this, maybe. One of the things when you build a character in this edition now is backgrounds.
Ooh.
You get a background for your race, class,
Color, creed.
combo, and so you can pick. And what they are is rather than being, because I thought they were going to be stupid, like, oh, I have +3 to hit dragons because I'm a dragon slayer. Yeah, or like I have
All of my spells refresh if I could save the Shogun.
I never save the Shogun.
I'm out of spells again.
No, if
By the way, Katana Guy keeps commenting on our stuff.
he's the legendary katana guy.
People fucking love Katana Guy.
Well, it's because anyone who's been had a role playing group at some point, they've had a katana guy in their. There's been a katana guy in their group.
I like Failure Wizard. He's my favorite. I cast dazzling lights. But anyway, yeah, character.
Prismatic spray.
Fuck, I lost what I was talking about.
Background. Yeah.
Oh yeah, backgrounds. So you pick like hero of Hamlet, whatever.
Yeah.
And what that is like, you are like a legend in your local.
Yeah.
Like town.
Hamlet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your local.
Well, hero of
village.
Hamlet would be a pun for Temple of Elemental Evil.
Oh, okay. I get
the-
what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah. I haven't played Temple of Elemental Evil.
That's
So-
and then like so that gives you a RP thing where like you we can go and you're destitute because the villain has like machinationed you into nothing. You could be like, we can go to my hometown. They'll welcome us, and and then you don't need to do anything for it. That's part of your character. Like you're beloved by your hometown.
Oh, that's cool.
And then like they have other ones like you could have like maybe you have maybe you founded like a small fighters guild or something.
Oh.
So then you might be able to go ask your small fighters guild for help or things like that. So it's more things to flesh out your character.
I'm a member of the Stonecutters.
Yeah, you can be a member of the Stonecutters. And be like, remove the stone of shame, attach the stone of triumph.
Let's get drunk and play ping pong. That's cool. I'm actually.
No, Homer, that's the royal sampler.
You like getting monkeys to reenact the Civil War? I'm really excited about 5th edition. It's making me like a little salivary, like going like, ooh, this is gonna be fun.
I thought there'd be no possible way that this would actually like touch Pathfinder. I thought Pathfinder had the RPG market just by the balls too hard. I feel that it might be time for the OG RPG to return and claim its crown.
We'll attack it with a Dragon Strike.
Oh, absolutely.
Before we get off D&D and go on to some other gaming stuff,
want to get off D&D.
I did some crate digging, some bookstore hunting, and I got some stuff to bring in to show Steve.
Oh.
Some old AD&D 2E stuff. The first thing I have.
The Complete Gladiator's Handbook from Derrickson. That's
Derrickson.
sweet. Do you have all the Derrickson books?
No, I don't have all the Dark
Oh,
Sun books,
man.
but I did bring
That's-
something else from Dark
That's what you got to get done, though. Is it the Dark Sun campaign book?
I have the Dark Sun campaign book at home.
Ooh, Forest Maker box set. Is it complete?
It is complete.
Nice.
I actually bought it. It was still in the package,
What's
or the wrapping, so to speak. But yeah, it's full complete. It's got the really shitty. Oh, this one didn't come with the flip books.
The new arms and equipment guide prepares you for anything. Don't leave your castle without it.
Don't leave your castle
Pretty
without
hype.
it.
I love Dark Sun. Dark Sun's my favorite setting.
Yeah. And then I also got this.
NPC table. Is that Oh no, that's not it. Is that Al Qadim? No.
No, this is Empires of the Shining Sea for Forgotten Realms.
Yeah. I don't know. I know I'm in the minority, but Forgotten Realms never did anything for me.
I love Forgotten Realms. You know why?
So do most people.
Love Dark Elves.
Get the hell out of here. Take that fucking box and shove it up your ass.
What's the
Fucking
matter?
Dark
You
Elves.
don't like Drizzt Stewart?
You can't do that voice for Drizzt. Drizzt is the ultimate katana guy.
Oh.
Drizzt is like, I use my scimitar and my longsword, and I'm a drow that's totally good, even though drow are generally evil, and now I'm leaping into the air with my puma, and we're thwarting foes and R.A. Salvatore, and I've got a 90-page sword fight where I'm battling and my skills are described, and you know how strong my sword attacks are because I'm Drizzt Do'Urden, and I've inspired
You can't play
infinite
he's
characters.
He's an NPC. You can't actually play him in the
Fine,
game.
my name will be Trizd. Trizd Do'Urden, a relative of Drizzt.
All of Drizzt's male heirs were actually killed.
Fucking hate Drizzt. The fucking worst.
I am Drizzt Stewart. This is my panther.
What, that
Salvatore.
best thing you can do in fucking Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2 is find and kill Drizzt. He's fucking hard. He's really hard to beat in the first one, and because he's like level 15 or 17, and the highest you can get in that game is like level 10. So he's actually a fucking hard fight.
Is he now?
Yeah, I actually beat him by just training him. So the AI got stuck on the pathing, so it couldn't cross a river, and my guys killed him with slings. I was like, can't get to me, Dritz. I imagine that's how Dritz would go down in the fiction as well. He would just be stuck walking in place in front of a lake, and then he's like, "I can't cross. What's going on?"
You know my intense hatred of most cosplay. 90% of cosplay I hate. One of the things I love,
But packages, big bulging packages.
that's part of the thing I like is like is gross cosplay. I love like one of my favorite things in the world is people who do dark elves, but they do the full black.
like Chang.
Like Chang. Not purple or like the dark gray. Full black. Just because I love that when people who don't...
Rudy, the magician.
People who don't know what that is see that is one of my favorite things ever.
So you like the racism of it all.
I like the perceived racism of like... It's like, no, I'm not being racist. I'm a member of House Stewarden. The ninth house of the of the Drow and the Underdark.
Oh, man.
What are you talking about?
Fucking him.
Okay, so moving on, we've just talked 35 minutes about D&D.
I don't know. Cosplay's kind of something which like I'm just kind of over it.
To me, I don't even want to get into it. I'll talk more about it when we get to Comic-Con era time. So news comes out that 7th edition 40K is outselling 6th edition.
Yeah, I think that's I actually think it's a blatant lie. I think they're using numbers. Like the book's more expensive.
Yeah.
Number one. If they're counting starter sales, like they could be counting because they didn't actually show data. They didn't have anything other than a guy like quipping like it's selling better because it's a better product. Like that very well may be true. Like not to continue
it's
to
the
ride
same product.
Yeah, not to continue to ride the fucking like dick of GW, but they could be counting starter sets that have sold since 7th edition came out.
Wait, what do you mean starter sets?
Dark Vengeance.
Oh, Dark Vengeance.
Because it's still Dark Vengeance.
Yeah.
You can't... The only starter set available is Dark Vengeance, so if you get a little kid, damn wiener kid, in your store,
yeah.
he wants to play 40K, you have to sell him Dark Vengeance and the $85 rulebook.
Yeah. Well, Dark Vengeance comes with a rulebook.
It comes with his fucking 6th edition rulebook.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So, it's now $185 to start. So if they count that bundle package...
I got a bundle package.
Well, if they count that, if I buy...
It goes 1, 2, 3. The 3's my wiener.
Here's how it works.
Yes?
You buy a $75 6th edition rulebook, right?
Sweet! I got my 6th edition rulebook.
Great. Okay.
Wow, there's so many gatefolds in here.
Flash forward. You buy a starter set, or someone else buys a starter set and a 7th edition rulebook.
Yes.
You spent $75. This new guy just spent $185. So, oh shit, it's outselling the old edition.
Whoa!
I mean, even then, even if you sell less than like 1 for 1, it's still outselling because one book's $85, one book's $75. So for every book you buy, you outsold the last edition by $10.
I was at my fucking local game store and I saw that on like the shelf, the 7th edition box set with the 3 books. I want to walk up there and just knock it off and go, "What is this shit?" I got really angry when I saw it again for some odd reason.
So mad.
I know. It's just like I want to open it up. I want to buy it, get the rule book, and take the other 2 books and just throw them. Useless.
Yeah, pretty much.
But aside from that, yeah. So I mean, of course, it's gonna outsell it. I mean, even if they just took like the April numbers for 6th edition to the May numbers for 7th edition, it's going to outsell it.
Yeah, I mean, Games Workshop at this point is just going to implode under its own weight. They're bleeding new customers. Like, nobody new is picking up Workshop, except very rarely. And the people who are diehards are diehards. They're just always going to play Workshop.
I can't wait to get my Tyranid Codex.
Like, I mean, that's fine. If that's their jam, you know, if they've got, like, I mean, I can understand it if you're deep.
If you're heavy invested.
If you're in deep. If you've got, like, 10 40K armies.
Yeah.
Like, you're one of the old school guys who just fucking has everything.
Yeah.
quitting for you would be stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it would actually be dumb.
It's like, why would I quit smoking? I'm already at a 3-pack a day habit. I'm invested.
No, at that point, that's saying, why do I quit smoking? I already have tracheal, lung, and brain cancer. Gonna continue smoking. That's what it is. Oh, man, I just compared Games Workshop to cancer. That was not intentional. Kinda, maybe.
But yeah, the new box set actually comes out in April and in September. So
We'll see what kind of savage deal that is.
I mean, I always like the starter sets. They always have like unique sculpted models that are sculpted really beautifully. It's usually a huge deal.
Usually. It's been. Like, they've been getting worse.
Even
but
Dark
they were
Vengeance for
before.
$100 was a sweet deal for what you got.
I never priced out Dark Vengeance.
Well,
I figure it was probably a fine deal.
Well, I mean,
Especially if you got the rule book, because that's $75 right there.
yeah, exactly. You get the rule book. You get a 10-man squad, which is $50.
You get a squad.
You get a squad of Terminators, which is $50. 3 bikes, which is $50. And so that's like, just for the Space Marines alone, that's $150 right there. And then for the Chaos, you got a 5-man squad of Chaos Space Marines, which is
You got the cultists too,
$50.
right?
20 cultists, which is like $100.
And you got the Juggernaut with the fine buttocks.
and the Juggernaut with the fine buttocks, which is usually like $200.
I hate that model.
I hate it too. And you got all that sweetness, and for $100, it's a huge deal in comparison. No, I really like Dark Vengeance. I thought it was a great box set.
All right, fair enough.
I like all their box sets.
Well, I always try when I tried to get people into the game when it was my fucking job. Almost universally, I'm like, hey, I know you're looking at like for fantasy, because that was when people like started actually trying to play fantasy. Now like it's nope.
Yeah.
Like if you think 40K has got no new players, so I would just be like, oh hey, oh yeah, you like this army? That's cool. Why don't you look at this box? This has got tons and tons of goblins and dwarves.
Yeah.
Do you like either one? And they're like, oh yeah, the dwarves are actually really cool. And then it's like, do you have a buddy who might like the goblins? We're like, I think so. And it's like, well, come back, bring it. And then they'd come in and be like, dwarves and goblins. Be like, this box that's $50, $25 for each. You get a whole army of dwarves. You get a whole army of goblins.
Dude, that box set was the best deal ever for Games
Yes.
Workshop.
And then they ended up buying 3 of the Battle for Skull Pass boxes.
And you have
And they had
giant
big
army.
armies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, wow, we have big armies now. And I was
And
like,
they're
yep, there you go.
And they're like, what's this 8th edition? Oh, my army's pitiful and tiny in comparison now.
It's fucking bad. But actually, if you had 3 Battle for Skull Pass sets, you actually have enough goblins for 8th edition.
No, you don't. You have enough for 1 unit.
You have enough goblins for 8th edition.
yeah.
I didn't say you had enough
Enough for
orcs,
orcs.
because you have none.
You have enough for 1 unit. 300 goblins, 1 unit. But yeah, I think when the box set comes out,
I
in
still
September-
stand by my statement. I wish 10mm was the most popular.
You sold all your War Master.
I know, because nobody fucking plays 10mm.
I play 10mm.
Well, you've got enough for me to just borrow.
Oh,
If I'm just battling you, I could be like, hey, you want to play War Master? Bring over 2 armies.
Oh,
Am I wrong?
no.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
I have so much War Master
Right.
at home. I will never, ever, ever sell my War Master. Ever. Ever.
That's fine.
I refuse.
I'm not telling you to sell your War Master. I'm just saying I'm annoyed that like there's no like War Master tournament coming up that I could go to.
Yeah. I know some guys that play.
Apparently, it's like pretty decent in other countries.
In other countries, in Europe.
Yeah, because I mean, I'd even play historicals.
Fortress Europa.
No, like, did you just hear what I said?
What?
I would even play historicals.
No, you wouldn't.
10mm. Yes, I would.
What era? Civil War?
No, not Civil War. No guns. I would play historicals.
You could
no
totally
guns.
be that guy who goes up to the tournament in the full Confederate uniform.
No.
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 And a katana.
In that case, yes. I'll wear a northern hat, a Confederate outfit. I'll have a katana and an Uzi.
Yes.
And I'll be like, I am the ultimate warrior. So, like I said, yes, I would play historicals if it was 10mm. No guns though. So we're talking like medieval or
Yeah.
medieval would be sweet, swords and shit.
Yeah, War Master Ancients is a great rule set.
Yeah, that'd be fine too.
Yeah.
I even do Greeks,
The Greeks,
hoplites and stuff.
some sort of Macedonian.
Yeah,
pikes.
I like straight up would be into it if it was on
Some
as 10mm.
phalanx, if you will.
Yeah, there's a couple other fantasy 10mm games too that like have cheap models.
Yeah, Yeah.
They're like,
Demon Fort. I don't know why. I know all this stuff.
well,
about
yeah,
that
I mean,
later.
I know a shit ton of the 10 millimeter,
Yeah.
10 millimeter games too. It's just like, I don't, like, nobody fucking plays them around here.
Yeah.
I just wish it was more popular. And the thing that's weird to me is, like, I don't understand why it's not. I understand why it's not the most popular, because the models don't look as good when you're, to casual observers, because they're smaller. They're harder, easier to paint. I think most people think they're harder, just flat out. Like, these are going to be way harder to paint. They're so much smaller, when most of the time they're actually way easier.
Yeah. Oh, I think at least where we are, the part of the reason is because we've said it 1,000 times. It's a workshop town.
It's becoming a War Machine town.
It
really has.
Becoming a War Machine town is a whole thing. You got to stop bathing. You got to get really angry all the time.
Look, just because you're jelly.
I'm jelly of the War Machine
Just
players.
because you're jelly.
I have yet. Yeah, it's true. I have yet to grow my own odor like they do. I have yet to ferment the War Machine smell.
Dude, some War Machine player is going to just nutsack you.
Here's my War Machine.
No, he's just gonna nutsack you. You're gonna be walking along. Suddenly, you're gonna be on the ground, and there's gonna be a ball sack on top of your head, and it's gonna get dragged down into your mouth.
Enjoy my troll blood.
Enjoy.
It's gonna be like Jabba no one chico.
No, everything they say is ko. Everything is like ko in Huttese. It's like kiko ka wa ka ko ka kiko ko wa kiko ke solo. Because Star Wars is shit. That's why.
Oberyn's Boba Fett. You're
You're so fucking wrong. You're like insanely wrong about it. It's a terrible analogy.
I'm a Crixus player, and as I feel your association with the smell and War Machine is completely wrong. I don't know. I've never smelled anything fouler than the.
I was
foul
talking
one.
about the Oberyn Boba Fett thing.
I know, but
I wasn't talking about.
I'm just saying. I'm going back to that because we already.
Are you
went over
talking about
that.
the stinky Adepticon room?
This is the worst room. Well,
Adepticon smells like shit.
yeah, but when you smell like
Period.
shit in a room that smells like shit, or you smell more like shit than a room that smells like shit.
I did not observe this phenomenon, but I do know there's some very stinky folks.
You know the ass crack guy.
Wait, you worked at fucking workshop. You know how stank ass some of those
Yeah, but
guys
no one
are.
plays Warhammer anymore. They've all migrated. Now it's not as scary as the Malifaux room. I think the Malifaux room has the possibility, if Malifaux keeps growing, of becoming the stinkiest room at Adepticon. A lot of juggalos.
Like actually, like seriously? Oh,
I don't know. I was at the game
Oh,
at the Ghost last night. There was a ton of juggalos.
nice.
I was like, well, they weren't in the full makeup, and drinking the Faygo, but they were totally juggalos. I could tell.
That's terrible.
Either they were juggalos or they were Yu-Gi-Oh players.
Lex Luthor stole 40 cakes. That's as many as 4 10s, and that's terrible.
Yeah, it's like they were Yu-Gi-Oh players for sure. Like if I was like, "Hey, you guys want to play a tabletop game?" They would totally be like, "Yeah, man, let's play some Yu-Gi-Oh." I'm like, "God damn it!"
The ultimate tabletop game is the RPG.
Is Yu-Gi-Oh RPG?
No, just the RPG.
Just the RPG.
It is the best tabletop game.
All
Period.
right, I'll take your word for it.
You don't have to take my word for it. Dun dun dun. Did you like my fucking reading Rainbow?
Yeah.
That's good. I can fly twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book. Reading Rainbow. I can do anything, 'cause I read a book. Now I can literally do anything, like create a planet. I have become a god, 'cause I read a book. I'm ready to go. Reading Rainbow. No man should have this power.
Just really quick, I know Redbox Games is doing another Kickstarter.
Redbox Games is the Jimmy Jam.
They have the best 28 to 32 millimeter figures I have seen in a long ass time.
They
In metal, at least.
okay. So we plug a decent amount of companies or groups
Yeah.
here. No one's ever paid us to do anything.
No.
So
They
here,
did send us a bunch of models, but
that was after the fact.
Yeah.
We were already pimping them, and they sent us some models away. But
Yeah.
here's how it is. Like, so I've got like a hierarchy. Best alternative miniatures
Yeah.
for wargaming fantasy, Titanforge.
yes.
flat out. Like they have the coolest sculpts. Like that thing's awesome.
Oh my god, did you see the Zeppelin?
Yeah, I thought everything's amazing.
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, everything's amazing. The fucking the hammer forged dwarf who's got the giant metal arms.
Yeah.
That guy's awesome looking. But for D&D like role playing style skirmish minis or a fantasy skirmish game with circular bases, nothing beats Redbox.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, they are leaps and bounds above anything else. You know,
Do you know what? It's because they have the look of classic D&D, but it's contemporary.
yeah, it's not like really like weird sculpted arms and shit like
Right.
that.
Well, they're not.
Yeah.
They're also not in bad or old poses that you had to do because the technology was worse.
Yeah.
It's fully using, all of the latest sculpting, just
Yeah,
techniques.
they're really really nice.
But it has that classic style.
Yeah,
That meaty style we all love.
They're doing fantasy barbarian
Barbarians.
hordsmen. They've already made their goal, of course, and you got a while to go. They got 15 days to go on it. I totally recommend it. They're very chaosy stuff, but it's good for just fighting some dudes. Like, oh, it's a Viking raiding party or some barbarian raiding party.
Yeah, you just use, or you can use it as your barbarian player character.
Barbarians.
No, I'm not even a fucking barbarian. Like I want to be barbarian.
If you're not
I
using,
won't play, but I'm not gonna be a barbarian.
if you're playing a barbarian character though, and you're not using the Drachmax Zero model from Rackham Confrontation, shame on you.
No one knows what you just said.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what you just said.
Okay, let me show you the model, and then
Okay, that's fine. But you're just like, if you don't use some obscure model, you're doing it wrong. Are you saying that you dare say?
No. This is not just some obscure model. This is the greatest barbarian.
Is this gonna be a big veiny dick? Is that what it is? Ew, what?
That is the greatest model
That
ever to
model's
use.
awful.
To use for barbarian.
That model is.
I love it.
It's so bad.
His jaw is so huge.
That is awful.
I have that model.
That's a terrible.
using
this is
that model.
Terrible miniature.
I love that model. If you are not using that model as your barbarian character,
You're really
doing
smart
because
this miniature's awful. His
Bullshit,
head
man.
is bigger than his chest.
I love it. It's so good.
So that's an awful miniature. Thank you for that. It was really funny. So again, use a Redbox miniature because that Rackham model was garbage.
All right, and we got perfect. We're gonna end this right on time.
I heard you climax. Tin up.
Did you draw the small? I'm looking at the Facebook page. Did you draw the small straw? Do you have to tell Lord Ursus we're out of honey?
Lord Ursus. Yay. He's a big burr with a crown. Yay, bears.
Still say that's my favorite D&D story of all time. It's like green text from 4chan about the guy who has the bear.
The bear. That's a
character.
rogue, and it has like charisma like 19, so it convinces everyone it's not a bear. That was the most egregious use of raw ever.
It's just so awesome.
Just like, this is how the raw is.
But it's perfect role playing though. One guy passes the check. He's like, "It's a bear."
It's a bear. That's not a human, it's a bear.
Drinking Quest Trilogy Edition.
Yeah, dog.
You're a big fan of Drinking Quest.
Chug. I know Jason Anarchy's way too cool to listen to us, but
Yeah. In 2011,
he's a cool guy.
The original ones, 2 sequels: Yeti Vetters, Yeti Adventure, and Nectar of the Gods.
yeah, they're going to be a full color collection.
Yeah.
Chug locks.
Not
There's a
quite.
Drinking Quest comic too.
Is there?
Yeah, it's getting big.
It's 9,000, and they're at $10,000 Canadian. So I imagine that's like $2,000 American, something like that. Or how many dollars? How does that translate to bison dollars?
Canadian dollars, I believe, are worth slightly less than American dollars, but it's not much.
How many
So it's
bison-
probably like 8,000 American dollars.
How many
I
bison
don't know.
dollars is it?
Like the American dollar is pretty shit in general. Like usually most money's worth more.
Don't talk about that.
And
I can still buy my Freedom Scooter with it.
our money looks terrible. It's awful looking.
You know why our
We
money
have
is
the
great?
ugliest money.
Our money is great because it's money.
All money is money.
No, all money.
Unless it's bison dollars, then it's worth more than money.
That's the European. That's the Europeans use bison dollars.
Seriously, man? What's your beef with the euro, guys? I hate euro games, but
With the euro.
yeah,
The euro.
yeah. The European Union. You versus the EU.
Me versus the EU.
Yeah.
Grudge match. Take on Joe versus the European Union. Tonight I take on the Republic of Macedonia.
Macedonia. What? Why don't you should
former Yugoslav
you should
state.
fight Babylon.
I should fight Babylon.
Yeah, you should
That's
fight
not
Babylon.
even in Europe.
Just fight Babylon.
It's in Iraq.
I don't give a shit. Fight Babylon.
Fight the Babylon,
You think
man.
you could take Gilgamesh? I don't think so.
Can I take Enkidu first?
Maybe. He's not as strong as Gilgamesh. But
Perhaps Ishtar? How many others? Hashut? So yeah, they're coming out, and they got 25 days to make their goal of 15,000. Back it. It's a really good homegrown game.
The thing that's really cool about it is it's a solid game. It's fun, and it's not a game that's designed to just get you absolutely fucking destroyed. Metal.
It's their video from the.
It's good stuff.
For $44, the USA option, you get the physical game as well as immediate downloads of all the full Drinking Quest comic book, wallpaper, rap song with MC Lars. And then in October, you will get the Trilogy Edition as well as all earned stretch goals.
Yep.
So that's $44 Canadian. So, I mean, it's going to cost you like, what, $3 American? Something like that.
It's a good deal. It's nice. They look nice. It's a box set that has all 3 games in it because they're all standalone games. They have a connected storyline, but they're all standalone. And as far as it's a light drinking game, so if you're drinking beers, you'll probably get buzzed when you're done after you play through the quests. If you're drinking mixed drinks, then you might get a little hammered, which is sweet. It's nice to have that option.
You know, be good. You know, be good to do with this. I've been going to some local microbrews around here. Maybe maybe we could get a
Little group together.
little drinking quest group
Yeah,
together.
because it's an RPG.
Over the summer.
It's actually not. It's straight up an RPG. Like you play little cards and it's got stats and you roll dice. It's
you
sweet.
roll dice.
It's sweet. Well,
Yeah.
the dude's got a good. There's a lot of good pop culture references. Like Chuglox looks like fucking Conan. It's awesome.
Does he look like Drac Max Zero? Do we any other Kickstarters I know we need to talk about?
We talked to Red Box, and then we talked about.
Yeah, those were the 2 that came out. What about
There's like there's a couple sci-fi ones.
That's 40 millimeter one?
Yeah, there's a card game. There's a 40 millimeter one. The one that comes with extra
Xeno
troppers.
Shift got dropped.
I want the one with extra troppers.
What?
There's some game where they misspelled troopers, and they keep saying they misspelled repeatedly, so it's extra troppers. It's like I want extra troppers.
I was really confused when you said that because I have a friend whose last name is Tropper, so I was like,
I need more of him.
her. But the the weird thing is that Xenoshift got dropped by Cool Mini, so then the Kickstarter dropped, so that's out there. The art is fucking
Yeah, the art's sweet in that one.
gorgeous. It's a co-op game.
Speaking of art and things looking good in Kickstarters, how about them Relic Knights?
You know what?
Did you see those minis?
Here's the problem, and this I've said this. How many times do I fucking say this? That's the problem with CAD fucking miniatures. When you put it out there,
there's a lot more going on than CAD there, my friend. Those miniatures don't have faces.
There's part of a reason. Look, I like Cool Mini for a lot of reasons, but that's one of the reasons you don't go through them for your Kickstarters. And that's part of the complaints I've heard a lot about them with that. You don't go through them if you're doing a third-party Kickstarter. If they're doing their own Kickstarter, kind of like Xenoshift is, do it because it'll be great. You know, it'll come out on time. It'll be perfect. If you're going through them as like a third party, you're gonna corners get cut.
Faces get reduced to nothing.
I think I don't know. I have to see more than just to like. I understand that, and that's part of also one of the things I always yell at people about is when I've said it on this podcast 1,000 times. When you see a CAD model, that is not the model you are getting.
However, there was that one that fucking straight up all of the minis look exactly like the CAD.
Well, I mean, like, while some of them are good, like Wild West Exodus looks very much like the CAD.
Yeah.
But it's a crapshoot. You don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, because you don't know exactly. Well, you don't know exactly how they're making the model.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what they're printing it on, that kind of stuff. I think soon.
Sometimes you could put it to you could give it to someone and they could lose your CAD files or say your CAD files don't
no,
work.
they don't work. These files don't work. You can't send us new files because we've already spent the money. That torn armor's going good. It looks like they've been saved. So.
Yeah.
Most people and that's good. I'm happy about that. I hope Torn Armor,
I do
does
too.
well. And the Defiance Games Kickstarter, the one they ran for their dudes,
mobile suits.
It's gone quiet. They said nothing since I think April, I think April was the last update, and there's been nothing. So the entire comments wall of Kickstarter backers is just people going like, what the fuck is going on? Like, has anyone heard anything? Or like saying like, well, I guess we got ripped off here. I guess good to know.
Good to know.
Yeah, so that's a thing. But I'm really happy that Torn Armor's coming back. But as far as the CAD to model thing, I think in about 5 years' time, maybe less, you're going to be completely wrong because it's just going to be
in 5 or 6 years' time when it becomes
the shit's going to be just like you're going to kickstart and they're going to go, yay, here's the files, and you're going to print it out at your house.
At your house, yeah. I don't see why that couldn't be an issue, but
I think that's something I'm interested in. I want to see where miniatures games go once you print stuff at home. Like, do you think companies just stop producing minis and just start selling files? Like,
I mean, I think
how are you going to sustain? I think that's a very interesting conversation. How are you going to just sustain your company?
In my own opinion, I think making 3D printers are still going to be a very niche thing, at least for. I will say the next 10 to 15 years, 3D printers are going to be a very niche thing. 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
And when I say niche, I mean kind of like how computers were in the 90s. You know, like, people had them. People knew about them.
Well, I mean, I want a 3D printer as soon as it's affordable.
Yeah, I do too. But my thing is that, is my dad going to have a 3D printer? No. Unless
it can print sandwiches.
Yeah, oh, my dad would love that. I would love that.
Just saying.
Yeah. Will my friends who aren't into tabletop gaming, or, you know, their whole hobby is sports, will they want a 3D printer? Maybe. You know, maybe they like something that I don't necessarily know
They could print
about.
out a sportsman.
They could print out a sportsman. But you know, guys who work, like, I do a lot of, like, you know, handiwork with wood.
You do a lot of
tools.
handies.
I would like it just because I could print off, you know, maybe screws, or I could do, you know, hardware that would fit, like, a project that I'm working on. That's not necessarily about miniatures, but it's going to be a niche thing. It's going to be a hobby thing. It's not going to be something until like 20 years from now when the technology is A, perfected, B, they have multiple different types of material that you can use for it, and
it's super cheap.
Like computers got in the 2000s. You know, once computers dropped below like $700 for like a basic computer, everyone had them.
Yeah.
Once internet became a staple, everyone got the internet. Except if you live out in the central states where all you have is dial-up.
Well, we're the U.S., so we have like third world internet.
Our internet is run by potato.
Pretty much, we do. It's unfortunate.
Latvia is jealous of our potato internet.
Yeah. They're jealous of our potato internet and our imperial measurement system. That's right, Americans. We're America, and we can do it.
They're not jealous of our imperial measurement system. They're jealous of our Fahrenheit measurement system.
Yes,
far superior to Celsius in every way, shape, and form.
Celsius.
Anyway,
it went up to 100 degrees Celsius.
Go to so we pimped Drinking Quest, we pimped Redbox, we made fun of Defiance, we made fun of Relic Knight's bad sculpts, but I still don't. That's first wave. I guarantee you.
Time will tell.
Time will tell on that one.
Time will tell.
I have a lot of faith in the Ninja Division guys.
I do too.
They're good guys,
but they're not actually responsible for these minis. They're like moving them basically. They're taking them from point A to part B. They're not actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Relic Knights is part of their company.
Yeah, but they didn't make these minis.
No, they didn't make.
This is like a holdover from their previous arrangements.
Yes.
We would never talk bad about you, Vendor Badge.
Vendor Badge. But yeah, that's time will tell on them because all their stuff is really good, and even their newest, the Super Dungeon Explorer Kickstarter, they're constantly updating you on information of what's coming out, where everything is in terms of production levels. They look like they could be very well on time. All right, so go to PlanetArbitrary.com for all your Planet Arbitrary needs. You can follow me on Twitter at Planet Arbitrary. You could follow Steve at GameClassy, like our Facebook page. I think it's games-classy.sex.org.
Let's talk about Hex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that maybe. Let's talk about Hex. The auction house is coming out soon for Hex, so they're starting to implement more of their features.
Even though they're going to get sued into oblivion?
They're still being sued. It's happening, but That won't be resolved for years, so who fucking knows?
We're facebook.com/pages/game-classy. So there you go on that one.
You remembered.
Oh, I just brought it up. That's when we were singing the Hex song, I used that to look that up.
Alrighty.
Also, like our sponsor,
Northampton.
the Northampton Wargamer.
I plugged them earlier.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, you did. Because
did.
we're making fun of Hamish's mom, aren't we?
Maybe.
Yeah. We also make fun of them because they don't use euros in England. They use the pound.
The libra. The libra. Then that's the little L thing. It's a libra.
Libra. The pound.
No, I don't want a pound.
The strongest currency in the world.
Well, it was. The sun never set in the British Empire.
No.
It does now, though.
Yes.
It's very small.
The sun does set on the British Empire. It's the only way those pasty fucks can get out. Ha! Take that, England.
You're pretty pale, bro.
Got a nice tan going.
I think that's a burn.
I did get burned the other day, but so I was doing some hard manual labor.
Jacking it in the backyard.
Yeah. Oh, my wiener's burnt. It burned so bad.
That's what I call manual labor.
I had Hamish's mom come over, put some aloe on it. Some aloe vera.
Nice. Did you give it an aloe vera enema?
That's disgusting on every level.
Simply the best.
I'm sorry I came up with that. Comment on our iTunes page. I love it. The last comment is the guy who was talking about how vulgar we are.
Yes, that's fucking sweet.
So I need a new comment on there to take that off the top.
Or another comment that just says how fucking vulgar we are.
These guys, then give us at least the 5 stars or whatever the top rating is, because this guy gave us 1 star and he was like,
yes,
these guys are so vulgar.
Would you tell that guy to drop a dick in his mouth?
I would drop a deuce in his mouth.
Yeah.
Wait, I wouldn't waste the deuce in him.
Oh, damn, dog, damn, random internet dog, you just got totally burned by Joe. He was like, I won't even shit his mouth. Whoa.
No, I'd shit on his neck so he'd feel it, the heat.
The warmth.
And then
He'd feel your musk,
and
your
then
warmth.
Then I would take a little smear of it and put it right underneath his nose.
Stickle?
Little Hitler mustache
Give me a
and poop.
stickle of fluoride.
Like right underneath the nose. A little Hitler mustache and poop. So you can smell it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe I'd have you do it because your
What if he already has a Hitler
feces
mustache?
is obviously far more foul than mine.
What if he already had a little Hitler mustache? What if he in fact already is Hitler?
Oh, maybe he is literally worse than Hitler.
He's like Super Hitler.
Yeah.
I assume Super Hitler would definitely be worse than Hitler.
Yeah, but Super Hitler has Gatling guns.
That's Mecha Hitler.
Oh, I'm sorry. Super Hitler does not?
No, Super Hitler is like Superman, but he's Hitler.
Oh, okay. That come over that weird hairstyle.
Jawohl.
Jawohl. Okay, so yeah, like our iTunes page, comment, subscribe. We got the YouTube page up there for people who like to listen to this on the tubes.
The UbTubes.
And the yub-yubs. And also comment on Tabletop Gaming News. I love seeing the stuff on there. Of course, we
get so many comments.
We get comments. And then everyone else's comments are like on other things are like, this is stupid.
I mean, that's the comments on our thing too,
yeah,
so
exactly.
we just get more.
Oh, it's totally. I'm gonna put like Oberyn Martell's smashed face on this cover page, just to see Polar Bear freak out when he sees like 8,000 comments.
It's funny.
Yes, exactly. So, Steve, until next time,
Keep your teeth in your head.
Game classy.